So now we will see array for each method in JavaScript. So guys, basically this for each method is very important whenever you are going to use arrays in your JavaScript project. So basically this for each method calls a function which is a callback function over here once for each array element. So guys, whatever array element we have inside the array, a callback function will be called for each and every element inside the array when we are using the for each method. So basically this for each method takes a callback function that we are going to check with the help of examples as well, and this particular callback function can have multiple parameters. The first parameter will be the value, then the second parameter will be the index, which represents the index of the array element, and then we have the entire array as well as the third parameter. And guys, this is the syntax. First of all, we use the array object, that is the variable that we have defined in the form of array, followed by the dot character, and then we have the for each function, and then guys, inside the open and close parenthesis we have the callback function over here, and then this particular callback function needs to be defined by using the function keyword followed by that particular name of the callback function in this case, and then we have all those three parameters this time. So guys, in case if you don't want to use the index or the entire array over here, so you can only keep the value as the parameter. So let us check this with the help of examples in VS Code. So guys, over here we will create a new file this time. So we have forEach loop.js file over here. So guys, what we will do is we will define the array over here. So we have arr, it is equal to, and then inside the open and close square brackets this time we have, let's say, 5 elements over here. So we have 11, 12, 13, 14, and then we have 15 in this case. So guys, how do we use the for each loop in order to access all these individual elements of the array? So simply, first of all, we use the array name, that is arr object over here, followed by the dot character, and then we have something called as for each method. So as you can see, this is the method over here. It performs the specified action for each element in an array. So guys, over here we are going to use this for each method, and then inside the open and close parenthesis we need to have the callback function. So let us say we provide the name of the function as my function over here. So simply we have to define this my function. So what we will do is, let me just copy this name of the function and provide the function keyword over here followed by the name of the callback function, that is my function this time. So guys, over here, as I have told you, it takes 3 parameters, that is first of all the value. So basically in the first iteration the first value will be passed, and then followed by the second value, then and then third value, and so on. All the elements will be passed one at a time. So over here we provide value which can be used inside this particular callback function for further processing, and then followed by a comma, and then we have the second parameter, that is index over here. So we provide a comma followed by index, and then we have the third parameter, that is entire array over here. So guys, simply we are providing all the parameters that are possible with this particular callback function. Remember that whenever you are going to provide the callback function by using the name of the function over here, you need not have to provide the open and close parenthesis over here. So guys, this is not required. If you provide this, then it might result in the unexpected results. So please note that whenever you are providing callback function inside the for each method, you don't have to provide the open and close parenthesis which is used in order to call this particular function, but by default this method will call the callback function over here that we have provided. So guys, what we will do is, let us see what are the values that are present inside all these parameters that we have defined one at a time. So guys, over here simply we will provide the console.log statement, and first of all we will have the value, and then it is equal to, we provide the dollar symbol followed by open and close curly braces, and then we have the value parameter over here, and then the next parameter, that is index. So we will display the index as well, and then followed by the entire array over here. So we have the array string in this case, and then inside the curly braces after the dollar symbol we have this array parameter as well. So guys, all these parameters, that is value, index and array, we are using it inside the console.log statement. Let me just save this file now and try running this code on the terminal. So we use the node command followed by the name of the JavaScript file, that is forEachLoop.js file. So as you can see, we are getting 5 lines over here. The first line is having value, it is equal to 11. That's because the first element of the array is 11 and that is the value that is getting passed to this particular parameter, that is value over here, and then followed by the index as well. So it is present at the 0th index. So guys, if you remember, the array starts from the 0th index and then we have the first index over here at the second position, and so on. The index numbers are used in order to access the array elements, but we can use the for each loop as well, which helps us to provide the callback function, and that callback function can have the parameters, that is value, index and array over here. So we have index is equal to 0 and the entire array is also getting passed over here. So guys, all these parameters will help us in order to make use of them so that we can complete our task inside this particular callback function as far as the arrays are concerned. And as you can see on the second line, we have the other value, that is 12 over here, followed by the index, it is equal to 1, but the array is same because the same array is getting passed every time with each element that is present inside the array. Third time we have the value is 13, index is 2, then we have value 14, index is 3, and then we have value 15, index is 4 for the last element. And then let's say we have another element over here, that is 20, which is the last element of the array. Then one more time this particular callback function will be called once again because we have extra element over here. So let us check that as well. Let me just save this file now and try running this code. So as you can see, the last line is now having the value, it is equal to 20, index is 5, and array, that is the entire array, is also getting passed over here. Now guys, this index and the array parameters are optional over here. So let us say if you don't provide this array parameter and we remove this array to be printed inside the console.log statement. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, now we are getting value and index numbers over here. Even the index number can be removed. So simply we can have the value over here, which means each element will be passed one at a time to this callback function and only value should be printed over here. So simply I'm going to remove this particular index as well. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, all the values that are present inside the array are now getting printed over here with the help of this particular callback function, to which we are providing the value, that is the elements, one at a time belonging to this array object. So guys, this is the way you can use the for each method in order to go through each element inside the array by using this particular array object, and then you can also manipulate that value inside this callback function. Now guys, apart from this, let us complete an exercise related to this particular callback function. Let's say you want to copy the elements of one array to another array using the for each function over here. So how do you do that? So let me just define another array over here. So let's say we have arr1 this time. It is equal to open and close square brackets over here. So we have the empty array. So guys, what we will do is over here, let me just provide the console.log statement, and first of all we will print the array 1 over here. So guys, what we will do is, let us say we want to print the first array, that is original array over here, and also we want to print the second array inside which we want to copy the elements of the first array. And also let me just remove this particular line of code, that is console.log statement, because we are going to provide all the elements one at a time into this particular new array over here. Let me just save this file now and let us see what will be the output initially before pushing the elements from the source array to the destination array. So when we run this code once again over here, as you can see, this is the original array and we want to provide all the elements, that is copy all these elements from the source array to this particular destination array, which is empty right now, which is array 1 over here. So guys, what we can do is, since we have the value inside this particular my function over here, simply we can use that particular value in order to push the item to this destination array. So we will use array 1, and then if you remember, one of the array methods is push over here, which appends new elements to the end of an array and returns the new length of the array. So simply we want to add the element that is present inside this source array to the destination array over here. So array1.push can help us in order to push this particular value that is coming from the callback function. So simply we provide the value as the parameter to this particular push method. So what exactly is happening over here is every item is invoking this callback function, and that particular value, that is item, will be pushed inside the array1, which is our destination array, and ultimately we will be printing the destination array over here. So guys, before pushing the elements, we have this particular initial status of both the array. Now after pushing all the elements, let us see whether we are successfully able to copy all the elements from the first array to the second array over here. So let me just run this code once again over here. So as you can see, we have all the elements in the original array, and by using the forEach method, we have successfully copied all the elements to the second array over here, that is array1. So guys, in this way, if you want to copy all the elements from one array to another array, you can simply use the forEach loop over here. Now guys, over here we have used the callback function, but instead of using the callback function, we can also use the arrow function over here. So simply let me just comment out this line of code over here. So again, we are going to define the forEach method. So before defining, let us see what is the status of both the arrays. So as you can see, the first array is having all the elements that we have defined, and the second array is not having any of the elements. But simply we can use the array object over here, that is the source array followed by the dot character, and then we have the forEach method over here. Now guys, instead of providing this particular callback function, let us have the arrow function over here. So we provide the open and close parenthesis, inside which we can simply provide the parameter, that is value followed by equal to, and then we have the greater than symbol. So guys, basically the combination of these two special characters help us in order to define the arrow function over here. And then after this, simply we want to provide this particular line of code. So let me just copy this line and paste it over here. So as you can see, we have the arrow function which is taking the value as the parameter, and then as a result the array1, which is the destination array, is using the push method in order to provide the value to that particular array. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, we have all the elements from the source array to the destination array over here. So guys, in this way, simply you can use the arrow function as well for the forEach method in order to carry out the operations based on the project requirements. So in this case, you don't have to provide the extra function that you have defined over here. So guys, comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to the channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video, in which we are going to talk about set in JavaScript. So stay tuned.